My instinct tells me that my daughter is still playing.
I made the decision that I am not going to let myself be choked anymore. I will only be choked. I still get the same amount of pleasure watching other people.
I don't think she has any idea how dangerous this is. She could play this game one more time and die. Dr. Phil, please help me get my daughter to
While the film was playing, you said, gosh, it sounds so bad on tape. So what do you think about this?
It sounds bad when you say it, but then when you're actually like doing it, it's not as bad. It doesn't seem like it.
And you do it because you want the high, right? Is that?
I do it because my friends, when they like are passed out, they think it's like fun what they do. They twitch or groan or something.
Yeah, they twitch and groan and kind of flop around and all. And so that's like great fun because you know that they're not really in distress, and so it's fun to see them do that. Do you have any understanding of the neuroanatomical structures associated with that twitching and groaning and flopping around? Do you know that your brain at that point is essentially in seizure? That what you've done is asphyxiated your brain to the point that your brain cells are dying. It's not could kill some brain cells. You are killing brain cells. And it's not a matter of some of the time, part of the time. You're killing brain cells every time. Probably in the millions. Definitely not recoverable. And so every time that happens, there could be hemorrhage, there could be silent strokes in the temporal lobe and other areas. The damage can be, even if nothing catastrophic ever happens, the damage is inalterable. The damage is very serious. Has anybody ever explained that to you in that fashion? And did you then monitor her after that time?
Not as much as I should have known.
Yeah, because you didn't stop at all, did you?
The one that passed out.
Okay, but you were involved in this game again on July 4th. You were involved in it again on July 22nd. And those are the times that you've admitted to. And you said you actually did it 5 times in one night previously. So you're just all over this, right? Here, you're talking about the pros and cons. So let's see what you said about that.
The pros about being the choker is how nothing can happen to you, but usually the person you're choking you care about at least a little bit.
Okay. Now, I know you're young, but do you hear any logical contradiction or inconsistency in using the phrase "the person you're choking" and care about in the same sentence?
I know that sounds really bad.
Well, no, listen, you can't just turn your mind away from this. You say this is at least a friend, right? And you've got them down choking them. And you're not trained in martial arts. You're not trained in self-defense. You're not trained in neuroanatomy. You're not trained in respiratory aspects of functioning of the human body. So what you're doing is just kind of deciding how hard to push and not push and how long and how much. You have absolutely no basis whatsoever in knowing how to predict the consequences of what you're doing. You just kind of watch, right? When you kind of see that they're kind of going out, they're being asphyxiated, you go, well, okay, I guess we're kind of there. Is that how y'all do it? And isn't that kind of a rough calculation when you have somebody's life in your hands? And particularly your life. Because let me tell you, you are a beautiful young woman. You are intelligent. I don't want to see you with a stroke or worse. So your friends think you're cool. All right, we're going to find out what Alyssa enjoys about choking, despite the fact that it can have going to talk some more about this, Michael.
What scares me the most about Alyssa's choking is that she told me that she never wanted to do drugs, she would never smoke. If she can be talked into doing Space Monkey, she could be talked into anything else that could be harmful.
This is your stuffy nose. This is Sinus Buster. Wow! Get intense relief fast or your money back with Sinus Buster.
With depression, simple pleasures can simply hurt. The sadness, anxiety, the loss of interest, the aches and pains and fatigue. Depression hurts. Cymbalta can help with many symptoms of depression. Tell your doctor right away if your depression worsens, you have unusual changes in behavior, or thoughts of suicide. Antidepressants can increase these in children, teens, and young adults. Cymbalta is not approved for children under 18. People taking MAOIs or thyroidazine or with uncontrolled glaucoma should not take Cymbalta. Taking it with NSAID pain relievers, aspirin, or blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Severe liver problems, some fatal, were reported. Signs include abdominal pain and yellowing skin or eyes. Tell your doctor about all your medicines, including those for migraine. And while on Cymbalta, call right away if you have high fever, confusion, and stiff muscles, or serious allergic skin reactions, like blisters, peeling rash, hives, or mouth sores, to address possible life-threatening conditions. Talk about your alcohol use, liver disease, and before you reduce or stop Cymbalta, dizziness or fainting may occur while standing. Simple pleasures shouldn't hurt. Talk to your doctor about Cymbalta. Depression hurts. Cymbalta can help.
It's the first day of the week, the last chance for football. It's the one game we'll all be watching. Monday Night Football, all season long on ESPN. It all comes down to Monday night. ESPN, serving sports fans around the world.
See this exciting ESPN presentation each Monday, brought to you by Condition Care, the comfort people since 1962, celebrating 50 years serving all of Southwest Florida.
If you don't seek treatment for your injuries within 14 days after non-waxing, you will lose all your no-fault medical benefits. It's more important than ever to act fast. Call 1-800-ASK-THERAPY before you talk to anyone, even if you're still on the scene. We'll put you in touch with an attorney that can answer your questions right then and there for free. Call 1-800-ASK-THERAPY 24/7. Knowledge is power. A medical and legal referral group, non-attorney spokesperson.
Mature audiences only.
I tried every sex toy.
Doesn't mean it's sexually happy at all. He will go find his happiness somewhere.
Kinky.
Maybe it's a fetish of mine.
Shocking.
Why don't we say the word slut or
Real couples in crisis.
I was going to jog in here because I want to help. I did not believe that act for a split second. Put it on the table.
More Berman. All new tonight, 10/9 Central.
Sometimes I feel subconscious because I don't know what I'm doing when I'm passed out. That one medicine, but I think it's kind of worth it when you wake up.
Well, imagine if your child's new hobby was suffocating or choking themselves in order to get high. Well, it's a dangerous trend that's going across America, and Robin wants her daughter, Alyssa, to stop before it's too late. And I am so proud of the two of you for coming here and talking about this. And you're probably wishing you were anywhere besides here because you're getting asked hard questions, and so all of your friends aren't having to answer these. You are. But you can answer them for them. And I'll guarantee you, Alyssa, and I want you to hear this for sure, your willingness to be here and talk about this openly and candidly will save lives this year. It will save lives this year. This is serious, and you need to plug in. You heard about this. You were concerned about it. You were shocked about it. You didn't do very much about it.
No, I didn't.
And I'm trying to give you a wake-up call. I'm trying to give your precious daughter a wake-up call because you want to know what you need to do to stop this?
Yes.
opinion they could not get from that time till the next time without being a danger to themselves or somebody else, they wound up in the hospital. Because I called their family physician, the psychiatrist, I called anybody I had to call, and we all got around them and put them in the hospital. We took them out of the game. If you cannot play the game with rationality, then you come out of the game. It's just that simple. If she can go out and be with her friends and have a good time and enjoy herself and has the strength and ability to say no, then that's fine. She can do that. If she can't, then you take her out of the game. And you take her out of the game, you have to put her under the house. Instead of just in the house, whatever it takes. You do not allow your daughter to go out and jeopardize her life or someone else's ever, never, ever. Which means you got to ramp up, step up, and plug into this in a big way. It's your job to know. It's your job to know, and you know that. You just needed me to remind you of that, right? And you have to, listen, you need to have enough integrity that you tell your mother the truth. Because you said that the reason that you caved to the peer pressure, and everybody has peer pressure and everybody responds to it in some way, but you said the reason you caved to that is because they've asked you, why not? What's the big deal? That was a specific quote you said. What they said was, why not? What's the big deal? And you really didn't have an answer for it, did you? Do you have one now? Because when they say, why not? What's the big deal? Well, the big deal is, I could die from this. You could die from this. We will have brain damage from this. Not maybe, we will have brain damage from this. We could have a hemorrhage. We could have a seizure. So if you're saying, what's the big deal? That's my answer. That's the big deal. I ain't doing it. You shouldn't either. Okay? And I'm going to tell you, that there are a lot of those kids who are going to say, oh, thank you for saying that, because they don't want to do it either. It's just, just move on. Go do something else. Go study or something. I'm just kidding. I don't mean something radical like that, but you need to really stand up and say, because I promise you, like a year from now, you're going to look back on this and go, oh my God, what were we thinking? Pardon me? You're too smart, you're too sharp, you're young and vital. Don't. See, you're at an age where one of the things you control is one of the first things you control is your body, that's why training can be so hard sometimes, is kids first control their body. You can't control all the other aspects of life, but you control your body. You need to honor that body. You need to honor that body. If somebody wants to choke you, somebody wants to have sex with you, somebody wants to do whatever, you talk to women, I'm the one that's going to pay the price for this. You're going to move on, I'm going to pay the price. And you're worth more than caving into some good things. We're going to talk about a story that Melissa needs to hear.
Okay, now you get to say hi to Tori Lynn.
When he died, playing this game.
Little Tori Lynn, it's time to say hello.
The guilt, the aftermath of not seeing this one.
Okay, now we're all ready for the day. It took us less than 15 minutes to do makeup and hair. And here's the baby. We're ready to go play today. You say hi? What does baby look like with hair today? Ready? There's your hair.
No problem.
Do you have hair today?
We've got you covered. Want a faster way to search the web, email, or update your social status? Dragon is the answer. Watch this.
Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
And
Bye.
Dragon will capture it with amazing ease.